Welcome back. This is this week's Sollinda Advisor Tip video. And this week, we're going to talk about the ability of advisors to collaborate and build a community with one another.
Yep, and this is something that really is key to our hearts in that just engagement with people around things that are not only enjoyable, but, can be very beneficial. The community building of it is really important for the simple fact that anything to do with financial markets, especially financial advisory, can seem like a lonely business. You're dealing with uncertainty. So the best way to counter that is to go at it with a close-knit team approach.
Yeah, and I mean, on an island or the isolation problem. That's something that I get lots of feedback from folks that are even with big independent firms is they oftentimes feel alone with lacking support or true support, no matter what's said. And they don't feel like they're heard or they have people to bounce ideas off of. They miss the camaraderie that maybe they've experienced in the past. And maybe they've got that mental dialogue going on where they're second guessing what they're doing. Professional development falls by the wayside, and maybe they don't feel like they're keeping up with the latest trends because they don't have that community. And, that's why we try to provide that real advisor community with how we structured Solinda.
So, community really means several different things, whether that be weekly team calls to keep you connected and supported. As we've mentioned in other breakdowns of our services, direct access to leadership. We want to put people with their peers because oftentimes advisors that are peers will have different areas of competency and expertise. So there's a kind of a learning and a helpful relationship that can be formed there. Collective wisdom, so experience, stories. Have you seen this case before? What did you say about this? Indispensable that, especially during challenging market environments. And just at the end of the day, someone to call or people to call when you need guidance, whether it be about portfolios, business challenges, or even administrative issues. Just having that sense of support back to you don't have to do it alone just because you're independent.
Yeah, and we try to take it a step further and be selective in the community is, quality over quantity. We want advisors with the heart of a servant that truly are passionate about serving people's financial planning needs. Try to have that ego-free culture where, lowest common denominator, there's no case or situation or portfolio that's too small or too minimal to get the founders involved in. From my standpoint, that trust comes from selectivity. We're not competing against one another, or our advisors aren't. We're collaborating, and it helps with that ongoing professional development where you can speak up and ask for help, right? In our Friday huddles that we have with every advisor and every key leader in the firm, we open it up where we want to talk about your wins and we want to talk about your challenges because chances are you may not have faced it, but someone else in the room, virtual room, has. And that creates the opportunity for growth. So again, it's beyond networking, it's that partnership aspect where you don't feel alone. You're a part of a partnership, but you still have all the positives of independence. And that's what we're trying to get across is your practice doesn't have to be a solo endeavor, but at the same time, you don't have to give up tremendous amounts of economics to be a part of an institutional caliber team. And that teamwork isn't just for sports. It's essential. I can only go so far, but we can go much further.